Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Let's go ahead and bring me in a little closer so you guys can see me a little better. Make sure stuff isn't in my way because sometimes it gets like that. So, impromptu conversation, motivation. Happy Friday, everyone. Let me make sure we are on all social media. I'm going to try to invite some people in because it is impromptu. So, people need to get notified. So let me get some folks in here. Hey Jen, how are you? I just sent you a message. Hope that helped. I think that's working. Da, da, da. Perfect. Let me pull you up on my social media. Think we're good this way. I'm just tagging some people. While we have time, go ahead and grab some tarot cards, oracle cards. We're going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull cards for a collective. We're going to talk about Monday motivation. We are going to talk about the VIP business intensive. And before we get started, so give you time to go get your coffee, tea, matcha, whatever you're sipping on today, and get some tarot and oracle cards before we get started. So to give you a little bit of time before I make sure that we are live. Which I think we are. I don't think I can invite people in here. I don't think I can. Can I invite people in? No, can't. I thought I could invite some folks in, but I can't. So, in today's magical cup, happy Friday, everyone. Madam Z here, your spiritual life coach, psychic medium, all things dark, macabre, taboo teacher, and also a spiritual business success coach. So I do all kinds of things. So how are you, Jen? Today is impromptu. Before I get ready for this weekend, I thought I would go on live, talk about my VIP group session that's coming up, do some card pulls for what is happening in your life, and some motivation. So I woke up this morning doing my daily routine, listen to some motivation, and I was like, you know what? I think some of the people in here need to hear this shit. And if you haven't worked with me, you know that I am a no nonsense. I getting all my tarot decks together here so we can pull some cards. I tell it how it is. I have no excuse policy. I don't want to hear it. We could work on um, trying to get all my tarot decks together. We can work on self-esteem, which is not an issue, not a problem. We can work on that, but as long as you are taking steps and moving forward to create the life that you wanted, that you want to manifest, you are doing golden in my book. So, what are you working on this week? What are your goals for this week? What are your goals? Let's chunk it down to a little bit. You know, I did a video a while ago about getting back to basics, right? If you're here watching me live, thanks for joining me live. Or you're watching the replay, which most of you will be watching the replay. Make sure you let me know that you're motivated to get shit done today, which all of us need to. All of us, usually on Fridays, we feel kind of like draggy, just kind of like ready for the weekend. We just want to relax, which is fine. We usually have Monday motivation, but don't forget about how you're going to set yourself up for the weekend, right? Are you creating and taking steps to create that life that you desire or the life that you were meant to do and put on this earth? Or are you just what I call a hamster in the wheel of life, right? Are you setting yourself up for success? Or are you setting yourself up for failure? Or are you not doing anything? Are you paralyzed in fear, which is worse? Right? So a little bit ago, I did a video on going back to basics. So in your magical practice. So what have you done today already in your magical practice to bring in the success that you want, to bring in the clients if you have a spiritual business, and to set your intentions of what you want to do for this weekend? Did you light your road opening candle? Did you smudge? Did you light your Palo Santos? Did you do your mantras? Did you give thanks? Did you put some pyrite around your either your client or your offer or your speaking gig, whatever is coming up? What have you done in your magical practice today that's going to get you motivated to do what you need to do and to hit those goals that you set for the today? Every single morning, I've been doing this spiritual business for a very long time and have been very successful at it. So I'm telling you from experience what you should be doing, and I'm giving you a roadmap of how it's done, right? So and a lot of times we get bogged down in the day-to-day stuff, but I'm here to motivate you that every single day in my business, in my successful spiritual business, I have 3 tasks today. This is what I need to do. And I'm a list maker. Some people aren't, but for me, I love to see things sorry, I'm moving my stuff around. I love to see things on paper and I love to write them down and I love to check them off. I feel like I have a sense of accomplishment. I have an amount of just like confidence, like I've got this done, I'm doing it. And then here's the key. If you write down the 3 top things you need to do today in your spiritual business, in your spirituality, in your witchy craft, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, once you are done doing that, you walk away. You let the universe take care of the rest. You have done everything you can do on this earthly plane. Instead of getting in the trap of scrolling or getting in the trap of just muggle stuff, mundane stuff. When you finish your tasks, you close your computer, you close everything down, and you go outside, or you go meditate, or you read a new book, or you do crafting, or you learn something new, or go for a walk, do some yoga, get your body moving. So it gives you a stopping point, a starting and an ending point, right? Because I've been guilty. I want everybody to share with me what your goals are for the today. Let's just start with today, right? What is your goals for today? Are you living your authentic life today? Are you taking steps every single day to motivate yourself to reach your goals? Because I'm here to tell you, running a spiritual business is pretty much just making sure your tasks are done, making sure you're reaching out to clients, making sure that you are setting yourself up for success and you are working your plan. I don't care if it's passive income. I don't care if it's like, oh, I got to get 3 clients today. Have you reached out to those 3 ideal clients? Oh, I want to do a workshop, right? Or I want to, create a new course. I'm working with a couple clients now, private one-on-one clients that we are working on creating their courses together so they can start teaching this stuff. So what is your motivation today? What are your tasks? And I want you to share with me, some of these I can't see and some of these I can, what your goals are. My morning ritual, pulling a card and meditating. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. I hate that I can't see everybody's comments in my new platform. I'm going to see if I do this. Oh, yeah. So, um, you have to set yourself up for success, and you have to, this is why it's important that you have a calendar. And I'm giving you a roadmap in my VIP business intention, which is coming up in on Monday, which I plan this, and this is what I teach my students. Don't just randomly plan shit. We are magical. We are witches. We are pagans. We're mystical beings, right? We're high priestesses. We're magicians. We have to use the power of the universe. We have to use the energy of the moon phases and the energy of the wheel of the year. So why did I create the VIP day on Monday? I could have created it over the weekend. I could have created like, hey, let's meet on the weekend, right? No. Why? Why did I create something that we are going to start my VIP day intensive on Monday, which is the 20th? Can anybody drop in the comments why you feel that I started on the particular day on Monday? I would love to know. This is the roadmap. This is the stuff that I teach my clients, and we're going to talk about this in the VIP group day. The motivation behind what you're doing, why you do it, not just random shit. Whatever I do in my life is not random, which is interesting because my partner Blair, he's like, there is no plan. And I'm like, there has to have a plan. There's always a plan. It drives me crazy because he has no plan. And I plan. I'm a planner. So anything. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Thanks for joining me live. So any reason, what do you feel why I am starting my VIP intensive, VIP business intensive on Monday? What is Monday? What is the 20th, y'all? Come on. We are magical people. I want you all to know. It's been a while, Lynn. I hope you're doing well. So the 20th is the new moon. The 20th. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Thanks for hanging out. Happy Friday. Monday is the new moon. Not only the new moon, but it is Ostara. Hello. Everybody should know that new moon, yes, Jen, new moon, awesome. I kind of have a little bit of a lag in comments. So that is the kind of stuff that we do when we work with this VIP intensive equinox. I think also, yes, it is. Yeah. Ostara, spring equinox. You should feel renewed. You should start feeling a shift in energy in your spiritual business, in your daily life, right? I know we talk about the witches, New Year, which is Samhain, but I always set intentions there. But spring equinox is when I send major intentions, when I feel the energy is a shift. If there is something in your business, your spiritual life, your health and wellness, mind, body, soul, this is the time to start the 20th. So on my VIP business intensive, we're going to go through all of this. This is in the next 3 months, we're going to map out what your offer is, motivation to do it, your steps to do it, to create wealth, to create success in your business that you want to create, the magic around it. You're going to have a step-by-step roadmap on what you should be doing every single day to create success in your spiritual business and to create the life that you want, but also the motivation. Are you living in purpose every single day to reach your goal? Now, I'm going to be honest. Some days I have good days. Some days I have bad days. Sometimes I don't want to be motivated. I don't want to do it. That's normal. That's earthly stuff. That's normal. But we have to get past that. There's some days when our tarot cards are like, you have to rest and rejuvenate today, which is fine. I'm not saying don't. But how about you do 3 things in your craft? I don't care if you take 20 minutes out and read a new magical book or learn something new or read something different or, do something fun, some crafting, and then take the rest of the day off, right? It's not all about a lot of the times just falling into the pitfalls of what your tarot cards say, which is hard to say as a spiritual healer because we are, but we still have to do stuff on this muggle plane. We still have to make the bills. We still have to see clients. That is why you are running a spiritual business. That's why you're here in the group, because you're magical as fuck. Are you living your magical life every single day? It doesn't have to be big steps. It can just be small steps. Sometimes you're like, I just want to light a candle, pull a tarot card, and just write a couple thank you. That's all you need to do. But are you taking the steps? Are you doing the tasks that you need to do to live your authentic life, to be successful, to create the life in order to touch other people's lives? And I say this all the time, and I got hiccups. When you create a successful life or a legacy within yourself around magic and what you're meant to do, your authentic self, you can help so many other people. Are you creating that ripple in your community that's going to affect other people? Are you, reaching out to your clients that need help? Because here's the thing, and one of my clients, I told her what the steps she needs to do every single day, and she's like, man, I just feel like I'm bugging them. And I'm like, you're not bugging them. This is the thing that women have that we need to work on, because we don't want to hear our voice. We've been taught that don't annoy me, don't bug me, don't reach out so much, blah, 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 blah. Sit quiet in the corner. Don't be seen. Don't be heard. That's complete bullshit now. That narrative had changed. That's the old paradigm. The new paradigm is you creating the life and shutting everybody else up and demanding that this is what you're going to do. This is, you're going to be heard, and you're here to serve people. Now, here's the thing. This is why you reach out to your clients, or you reach out to people that you work before if you have a spiritual business, or to a friend. I don't care what it is. But right now we're talking about spiritual business, because my upcoming VIP day in Spiritual Business Intensive is coming up. So we're going to be talking about that. Kimberly said, I will be bugging you later. Yeah, bug me. This is what we do with my VIP clients, my one-on-one clients. I am here for you all the time. And so you don't get stuck. But a lot of the times your clients are just stuck and they don't know to reach out, or they feel like, oh, you're hella busy. You're a successful entrepreneur, or I see you doing all these talks. I don't want to bug you. So therefore I'm going to sit in silence, and I'm going to sit with myself and in my misery, where actually I need help. This is where you like, hey, I'm going to reach out and, offer my services. What can I do to help you? I have these specials going on. Let's get you motivated. Let's get some insight. Let's do some healing. Let's crack open your Akashic records and see how we can rewrite those. Let's look at your past life, why you keep creating patterns. So don't ever think that you are bugging people, because a lot of times that your clients are feeling like they are bugging you if they reach out. In the meantime, they're sitting there by themselves, they're suffering, and you have the answer, and you have the healing abilities and modalities to help them, but you feel like you're bugging them when the universe is like, no, I put you here. I gave you these special gifts. You have to make yourself known. You have to make yourself available to your clients. And either you're doing them at fairs, or maybe there's a couple of fairs that you want to go to and you're extremely scared of, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I could set you up for success if you follow the things that I'm going to be teaching you in my VIP day. And so Kim, I need to get with you about doing a testimony for sure. If you follow what I tell you, if you follow the things that I show you, the tasks that you do every single day, the writing out your program, writing out your pricing, writing out your activities, every single day, you will be successful. I promise you. But I'm not gonna lie to you. It gets mundane sometimes, and you're like, holy shit, I don't want to do it. but you've got to push through it. There's times where I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just want to sit on the couch and watch 90 Day Fiance or Real Housewives or some, YouTube. I'm a YouTube junkie and I get sucked into it. I'm going to be the first one to tell you that I need to listen to what I practice, what I preach on some days, right? But that's fine. You have one day where I'm just going to take off, but the next day you get on it. You're motivated. You pull your cards. You create your offers. If you have a divine download in the shower, which is where my stuff comes from, then you put that out into the universe. You don't sit on that. You know how many times that I have sit on some stuff and lo and behold, other people just run with it because I'm like, damn, I knew I should have put that out. But the universe puts that out as a collective because I've been watching, what is it, Last of Us, which I really love. I'm really into mushrooms. And so I'm growing a lot of not edible mushrooms, but like culinary mushrooms, right? And so I watched this documentary on Hulu or Netflix about psychedelic mushrooms or something like that, right? So I'm learning a lot about mushrooms, but I'm also learning a lot about how collectively and subconsciously we are connected to the universe. So the universe is like, I'm going to send all this divine download stuff to the people who are open to it, and let's see who runs with it. Now, there's been times where I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. And then I get extremely busy in the muggle world and then I don't do it. And then another person who's tuned in, another spiritual person or another enlightened person takes action on that. And I'm like, damn it, that was my idea. It's not anybody's idea. It's a collective idea. But the thing that the universe wants you to do is who's going to take this idea and put it into fruition and change the world. Right? Who's going to take the leaps? Who's going to take the information that I gave them? And who's going to actually make that ripple effect in the world? What are you doing today to create the ripples in the pool that your clients, your students, the universe, the community is going to feel? Who are you going to uplift? Who are you going to reach out to make a better day? Right? To create a smile on their face, to create some motivation in them. So think about that, right? Share some of your motivations that you want to do today. I know Kim should have some. Jen has a lot going on. Lynn, do you have anything you want to share? I kind of have a little lag. So in my VIP, while you guys are commenting, let's talk a little about the VIP, and then we're going to pull some cards. In the VIP day, we're going to spend 4 hours together on Monday, which is the new moon on Ostara. If there's any other thing that, motivation that you need, that should be the motivation to join this. And it's 3:33 right now. For 2 more people after that, it's going to go to 4:44. Then with the energy of the new moon on Ostara, to start your course, start your progress in any of your spiritual programs, your sessions, your modalities. If you are stuck in any of this, you need to get on this VIP day. And so we can map this out to success for the next 3 days. Next 3 months. If you do what I tell you to do, we're going to work on motivation. We're going to work on pricing. We're going to work on what programs look like. We're going to look at your ideal client. We're going to look at what the steps are and the behind the scenes of what you should be doing to create that and to get some money in your pocket so you can create that ripple effect. So Kimberly said, will ask me to step into my abilities, and a friend asked me to show up tomorrow and at her father's memorial to do what I do and support them. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And Jen said, today after work, I'm making smudge spray to sell in the shop and pricing crystals and trying to come up with something else I can make to sell that will be popular and get people in the store. Yeah, and this is the whole thing. This is why I hate it when I can't see comments on my computer. This is why it's important to we get together in a group setting, because we come up with hive mind energy and we all come up with ideas. Um, and we talk about what people want. I've been running successful businesses as far as spiritual businesses, online, in person events, um, products. I quit making products so much. I actually had a client from Texas email me yesterday or send me a message and say, "Hey, can you send me some gambling money oil?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it'll be a while before I get it to you." Right. So I have repeat clients, and you can have all this too, and you can create that. And Lynn said, I have two decks. I love tarot decks. I just got a subscription to Hay House Tarot and Oracle card, but I don't know if I like them. I'm thinking I'm going to cancel that. I have two decks I keep for personal card pulls. I don't do daily, only because I forget sometimes. Yeah, I get that. I also spray connect to spirit in the shower or in summer in the ocean. I love that too. Hey, Melinda, how are you? Thanks for hanging out with us. Happy Friday. And Lynn said, today I'm resting, my day off, and I've had a lot going on. Today is self care. I love that you're setting yourself up for self care too. That's important. My self care is usually Sunday. It always has been Sunday. But on Fridays, I have a lot of, I dedicate that to my, I'm getting back to my one on one clients and also running errands and doing my antique booth. I have an antique, macabre kind of antique business booth. So today we're going to be doing spring stuff. So I got to redo my booth there. Hey Renee, how are you, my witchy sister? So here's the thing I want you guys to remember though. When you're working in a spiritual business, you have tasks that make money and tasks that you do to avoid. And I used to be that all the time because I was like, man, I'm going to tell you, I'm the worst at copy. I hate doing copy. It's not my favorite thing. So I will do everything in my power to avoid writing copy. I'd rather go live than write copy, but I know what the copy is supposed to look like. I know what the steps are. I know why you do the pain points and all this other stuff. But I am just like, oh, I don't want to do copy. So I will do an excuse or find an excuse not to do copy. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to work on my website, or oh, I'm just going to create something in Canva, graphic. That's avoidance. And a lot of us go through that. Can I get a, raise your hand or get me some hearts? If you do a lot of avoiding tasks instead of generating income tasks, right? Send me some more coffee. I've been guilty of that for a while too, because are you like working in your business or on your business? Yeah, Jen's the same way. Especially with spiritual people, we like to work in the spiritual realm a lot up here, right? We love that. We wish every day could be like that, and we just don't want to do the muggle work. Yeah, Lynn said, "Oh yeah, Canva a lot. Canva, I love Canva. Yep, I do avoiding tasks. Yeah, and that's bad. Trust me. This is why we have tasks that we make a list of every single day, and we don't do anything else until we finish those tasks. Those are your money making tasks. Then, once you finish those, you can do your avoidance tasks. Like today, I'm going to be working on creating t shirts in Canva and in my Spotify in my Etsy shop. So once I get done with this, once I get done with getting back to answering messages from my clients and helping them, then I will go to creating my t-shirts and my merch stuff for my task. Even though it's creating passive income, it is, right? But we want money now. We want to create this now, especially since my VIP day group 4-hour intensive is closing in about 24 hours. I will shut it down on Saturday. because I need to get everybody their workbooks to them on Sunday so we can hit the ground running on Monday with all the energy of Ostara and the new moon. So this is why I want to make sure that everybody gets in the VIP Spiritual Business Intensive before I close the doors on Saturday. Yeah, Jen's like, so, but I am too. I'm so guilty. I am so guilty. I'm like, oh, let's go work on my website. And there's a whole thing going around about websites are dead and, working with SEO and all that other kind of stuff, optimization stuff. And this is stuff you'll learn when you run a business. When I started a long time ago, did I ever think that I would know what an SEO is, or I know what about Google Analytics are, or view rate versus watch rate? It's just crazy. You will learn all of this for sure. So by a show of hands, who is going to join me for the VIP Spiritual Business Intensive on Monday? I'll pull some cards for us. We only have 2 spots at the 333 level. We have 2 spots left on that. And let me drop the link in the comments for that. We're going to drop that there. All right, so let's pull some cards. Yeah, you should see those. Yeah, they're coming through on mine. So let me pull a couple of oracle cards, tarot cards, and see where we're at with everybody in business. See if you are doing the task. See if your motivation needs a little bit of help. You should be feeling good. It's it's spring. We just got snow yesterday, matter of fact. But the tulips are starting to come up. Flowers are starting to bloom a little bit. Grass is starting to grow. So that's how you want to feel in your spiritual business. You should, be setting yourself up for success every single day. So let's go ahead and pull a card. I want everybody to pull a card also if you have one and share what you have. This is interesting. Oh, Lynn, you had snow yesterday too. Oh, hopefully, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm getting. That was probably the last snow. And then it'll be really into to spring. So, interesting card we got. So this is about in your spiritual business. This is about success. This is about what's weighing you down. The Empress. That's a great one. Nurturing, right? Divine feminine energy. So you guys need to let go of some stuff. You need to travel light. You need to let go of negative thoughts, negative patterns, negative narratives. You have too much baggage and not enough positive stuff coming in. Are you lightening your load spiritually, mentally, and physically? No, I'm going to be working on my physical health once Ostara hits. And that's going to lighten the load for me because I'm doing a lot of paranormal investigations, a lot of paranormal tours and stuff. That's another business that I run. So I need to physically become more healthy, right? Which I've always struggled with my way. Sometimes I wonder why, when I reincarnated, why I came back to this crazy ass body. That's another thing I'm going to ask myself. I'm going to ask my higher self why I chose this body. But what do you need to unpack? What do you need to unload? Got the strength card in reverse. Lynn. Yeah, that's... I don't read reversals, but to me, that is more like you're not tapping into your true strength and you're not moving forward in the place of conquering, right? If you have fears, if you have negative thinking, if you have old patterns, you're not breaking through those and you're letting those, that kind of energy, dictate your success. So you want to change that, what they used to say, turn that frown upside down, right? So Lynn, for you, I want you to pull another card to see what actions you can take to reverse that reverse strength card. Yeah, Jen says she doesn't read reversals either. Yeah, I don't either. So in the comments, let me know. I agree with your interpretation. Oh, good. Yeah, pull another card. See what actions you need to take to reverse that. So in the comments, what are you going to commit to yourself today? And this is what I do with my clients. What are you committing to yourself today that you want to catapult yourself, your spiritual business, your craft, whatever it is, to success? So what are you going to commit to yourself today to simplify your life? And I want you to type that in the comments. What are you going to release? What are you going to let go of? What are you going to unpack? What are you going to shift? What are you going to change to lighten the load so that the universe can lead you in the right direction faster? If you are bogged down with all this weight, whatever you consider weight, it's going to take you longer to reach that successful goal in your spiritual business, in your life, in your craft, than if you let go of that, if you do releasing ceremony, if you do, like I'm writing it down today, I am no longer have room for this. I'm releasing this. Nine of Coins is the second one. That's a good one. So type in the comments, what are you going to commit today to yourself? She's my girl. Nine of Pentacles is my favorite. You got to put yourself first, Lim, pretty much, and live a luxury lifestyle. And be strong enough to say, no, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. No, you need to do it yourself. No, I'm not coddling you anymore. I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. Or, I'm going to go on vacation to myself. I'm going to go on a spiritual retreat. Or I'm going to go have a spa day. Figure this shit out yourself. Pretty much. Kim said she is going to commit to releasing fear and releasing fear and moving forward. Yeah. Good, Kim. I love that. You got it. Do it. So mote it be. So we got that one. Traveling lightly. Let's look at. So once we do that, let's look at the outcome. So once we start releasing our negative thought patterns, our old ancestor thought patterns, or maybe we have family patterns that we need to change. Maybe we have fear of success. Maybe we have old family patterns of poverty. Maybe we have old family patterns of not managing money or fear of success or being seen. That's your family's issues, not yours. Right. Jen said, commit. I need to move these closer so I can see. Commit to not stressing about time or my lack of it every day. Here's the thing that I have been doing. I'm trying to live more in the moment and not think about the future. And I talked about this with a client of mine yesterday too. We are never promised the future. Live for today. Time is just time. And it's almost like everything is stressed about time for us. And you're going to run out of time. And time is a human thing. Everything is timeless, right? You have 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do in those 24 hours? That's why it's very important to write tasks down. Another thing that I teach my clients when we go to this VIP day intensive, we're actually going to track your time. What do you spend your time on? What is a time suck? I'll tell you, I already know what my time suck is. So just know, this is what I always do too with mine. I always say the universe will give me more time. The universe will give me time, enough time to do what I need to do, enough time that is important. So that the universe will always give me time. Trust the universe. You're putting muggle time, earthly time, onto something that is nothing. There's no time. Time is irrelevant. There's no time. In a good thing, right? So Lynn said that makes so much sense. I just had my 9-month-old granddaughter here for a week and a half. Yeah, you need to take some time out for yourself for sure. My time suck is work, 3 jobs of work. Yeah, but you're creating some spiritual business though. And that's what I did before I left my muggle job. I always looked at my corporate job as a silent investor. So and I had a 2-year plan. I was like, I'm making this happen. What is my 2-year plan? I worked my ass off for 2 years. I would work my 9 to 5 job, come home, work till like 6 to 10, work on the weekends or do events on the weekends or whatever, because I knew in 2 years, I gave myself 2 years, I'm doing it in 2 years. I worked my ass off for 2 years. And everything, all that extra money that I made from my muggle job, I put into my business. Creating stuff like getting computers that I needed to do, getting my equipment done, subscriptions that I needed, getting lighting done. Because I knew once I left my silent partner, my corporate job, money was going to be tight for a while. So I set myself up for success. So I looked at them as a silent partner. Lynn said I had to do a lot of trusting things these days. Yeah. It's hard to trust, right? So let's look and see, once we release all of that stuff, what is the outcome going to be? Oops, I had 2 of them. Hold on. Well, that one just... Let's do that one. It's a jumper. Jen said, I like my muggle job, both of them really. I have so many bills to pay off, using my extra from the shop to try to pay that off. Yeah. You have a plan. I like that. You have to have a financial plan for right now anyways. And then I have a friend who's very spiritual, and she's very hippie flower girl, lives in the moment. She has 0 plan, and she does really well. So she's like, whatever the universe tells me and wherever I'm going to go is where I'm going to go. I'm like, oh my God, I could never live like that. Right. So some of these, I don't like this wisdom for the outcome cards. Let me see. Hold on. Wow, we have the shout. That's interesting. Some of us need to give up a lot of stuff, right? So once you come out of releasing and you step into your confidence and step into your power, then we have the shadow queen. The outcome is going to be shadow queen, which is aspiring in knowledge and enlightenment, right? Shining the way, finding your way, being more into the shadow side, and not a bad thing, but like taking control of your shadow self, acknowledging your shadow self. Okay. And then also the horse king, which is interesting too. This is about being more in control of your life, your finances, your legacy, your money. Whereas a lot of us feel that we just completely out of control and they're in mercy of corporate America, in mercy of other people's decisions. the mercy of, whatever, and you don't have control of your own life, your own destiny, and your own money, your own path. So once you release that, you are complete control of what you want to do with your life, how much money you manifest, what you want to do to manifest that money, and nobody can tell you no. One of the biggest things that I learned when I left corporate America is now the possibilities are endless. I can make money in so many different ways. I can create my passion, my desires in so many different things. And my salary wasn't capped. How I made that money wasn't capped. I could be as spiritual and witchy as I wanted to. I can attract my tribe. I don't have to stifle who I truly am anymore. I can let my witchy flag fly, right? So it was very freeing to me, but it was a lot of times it's very scary for us too, because now that you've left your muggle job or you created this freedom and it's limitless to what you can do now, you're like, holy shit, all this shadow stuff starts coming up, right? And this is where the shadow queen comes up, right? Once you free yourself and the possibilities are endless, are complete control of your destiny, your money, your finances, your success, your people. You don't have to answer to anybody. You're your own boss. You go to the events you want to do. You say no. It's a little bit frightening sometimes because a lot of people are sheeple, and a lot of people just do what they are told to do without question. But you run into the pitfall of being your own boss, especially in the spiritual business, of I don't want to do it today. Or no, my cards say I need to rest. Yes, I can sit and watch YouTube channels all day. Or I can sleep all day. That's not what that means, right? So you have to have the drive. This is why it's important to have a track of what you're going to be doing the next 3 months. What programs do you want to sell? How many clients do you want to bring into your your bubble, right? That you want to nurture, that you want to serve. This is what happens when you become a successful business coach, is that you help spiritual people create wealth, and whatever wealth is to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. For me, wealth is about time. I want my money my business to support what I love to do, pretty much, right? Which is traveling, all right? And it allows me the freedom to take off for a couple weeks and just travel and do what I want to, right? So it's really not about money, but what does the money actually give you? What does your spiritual business actually give you? So when you have limitless abundance, limitless opportunities, you are the boss. You tell yourself what your salary is. You say, oh, I can make $1 million this year. You definitely could. Or I want to, go on spiritual retreats and bring in people to do spiritual retreats. You can do that also. But once you let yourself expand and move outside of your corporate box, then it becomes vast and expansive. And there's no more small thinking for us anymore. So that's what we're going to be doing in the VIP days. We're going to spend 4 hours together creating this stuff for you so we can set you up for success for the next 3 months. Actually, it's pretty much set it up now and it's on rinse and repeat, because you do my steps for every single program. So you'll have all the workbooks. You'll have time to ask questions. This is for a small group of people so we can use hive mind energy. Okay. So we have 2 spots left at $333. And I dropped that in there in the comments below. Click on that link, get your spot. We start Monday, 11 to 4 Central Time. And we'll take breaks, lunch breaks. It's not going to be completely 4 hours, right? But be prepared to work, be prepared to do the damn thing. And we'll pull some tarot cards and see what was coming up for you also. And make sure you set yourself up for success today. If you haven't written down the 3 tasks you need to do, write those down, mark those off, and let me know how you're doing with that. All right, David, happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I'm off to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with some cabbage and corned beef, hopefully. So, and I'm getting ready for our VIP intensive on Monday. So, we will talk to you next week. Hopefully, we'll see you in the VIP intensive on Monday. All right, everyone, witch on.